Hey, what's up? This is Evan, thrown into Exile, and you're watching Groovey.TV.
Hey, this is Groovy. I'm here with Thrown into Exile here at the Denver Mayhem Fest. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing great, man. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Having a good fucking time.
This tour is insane. How has it been treating you guys?
The heat's been brutal so far, so it's a nice change of pace to come to Colorado and have a little bit of rain. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoying what I call the OPEF weather.
Totally is open weather.
Amon Amarth is going to have a really good set as soon as they go on this evening.
I think they actually might bring Thor down.
We'll start using crossbow and arrows, just attacking the crowd.
I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that for sure.
No doubt. Now, this is like, you're saying this is your first big festival tour? Or what's
yeah, this is actually our first tour as a band for Thrown into Exile. We've been together for just under 2 years.
Wow.
We played about 22 shows in Southern California in the past year and a half, all of which were, for the most part, opening up for international acts that came through Southern California. So we would, pay to play. We would sell 40, 50, 60 tickets to these shows, and we had no problem with it. One, because we were able to sell every last ticket, never had to come out of pocket for it. And two, because we got to open up for most of the idols that we grew up listening to: Sepultura, Death Angel, Fear Factory, a lot of those acts. So it was killer.
Nice.
Yeah, Testament was another really great one.
I mean, Overkill, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, freaking out on all these bands that we grew up looking at. You're like, now we're on the bill with them? Yes!
Yeah, last year we actually, we did the Headbang for the Highway. They teamed up with Sumerian Records, and we did a Battle of the Bands at the Key Club in Hollywood. They actually closed down since then, but it was probably the best show we had. We were responsible for selling about 120 tickets. We think we sold 170. Wow. So we definitely capped what we were supposed to do, and had a great turnout. We beat out a dozen other bands, and we were able to open up the first day of the Mayhem Fest last year in San Bernardino on the Sumerian stage. So it's great to be back for the whole tour this year.
So badass.
Still no booking agency and still no label, so we've been doing this all on our own.
Congratulations. That is really, really freaking cool that you guys, sort of DIY'd your way onto a Mayhem.
Punk rock mentality to metal.
They do mesh together pretty well.
That does for sure.
Now, tell me release-wise, where are you guys at? You got a new album cooking?
Yeah, well, we're actually recording the album right now. We have an EP that's available on Amazon, and it's also available on iTunes. Produced by Michael Spreitzer of Devil Driver.
Nice.
He actually he wrote, helped us write all the songs and stuff like that, and track everything. And he did such a great job on the EP that we wanted to bring him back for the full length. So we're in the midst of that. We've recorded about 7 songs, 3 of which were pretty much mastered, and we got them out. We're just kind of shopping those songs around while we're out here on Mayhem Fest. So coming off of this tour, we won't be labelless for long. We'll definitely hoping to find our home and follow it up with a great fall tour, and then early release next year.
Okay. So, you think it's going to drop January, February, March-ish kind of?
It's going to be in that first quarter of 2014 for sure. That's what we're shooting for. We're setting these short-term goals for ourselves, and we'd be able to achieve everything along the way. So we're just going to keep doing that because it seems to be working.
Okay. So is there anything else coming up that's not top secret we can talk about?
As of right now, that's all we have cooking. I mean, as soon as we're done with this tour, we go home and finish writing this record. Thankfully, we have up until the beginning of the year. We're really taking our time and getting very detail-oriented and making sure we are happy with these songs and they're good. Because we want to be able to look at these songs 5-10 years from now and be like, I'm still stoked with this fucking tune, But other than that, that's about it. That's all we have right now.
Okay, so unfortunately, you've reached the part of the interview where I ask you a bunch of stupid questions.
Oh, fun.
Are you ready?
Ready for
Let's
it.
do this.
All right. In your entire touring history, all over the world, what's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh, worst thing I've ever ate. Ooh.
But it was supposed to be food.
Well, I would have to say anything from the hot bar at 7-Eleven. Stay away from that shit. You don't want that.
Here's a shocker. This is my first tour ever, so I've been very spoiled rotten with the amazing catering here.
Yeah, great food every day. The staff for Mayhem Festival has been, I'm not just saying it, they've been fucking amazing to us since day one. And as well as all the other bands on this tour. All these other bands have been touring the world for years. So for an up-and-coming act like ourselves, for a first tour, to get the kind of love and respect that they've given us is really amazing, and we're really thankful for it.
Yeah, it's one big family for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. Everybody's been real cool to us.
Definitely taking us in very well, especially for some of the bands that we're on tour with that we're huge fan of. Machine is one of my favorite bands, and for them to be like so open-armed receiving, it's like, this is amazing. You know,
That's awesome.
and then the guys in the mirror have been total fucking badass as well as like Huntress, especially guys in Battlecross. Like
Born of Osiris dudes have been rad. Butcher Babies we actually came up with in Los Angeles together.
Right.
We played a lot of shows with those guys over the past couple of years, so it's nice to be representing LA strong on this bill.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Butcher Babies, Huntress, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
LA's coming out strong.
All right, one more. How many extremely angry but unarmed 4-year-olds would it take to kick your ass?
Ooh, damn. Probably depends how many shots I've had, but I'd say probably like one and a half. I wouldn't put up much of a fight.
1.5 shots?
What? 1.5 little 6-year-olds probably. That's all I would.
It doesn't really take much. Once you see them just pissed, I was like, dude, I'm going on the floor. Go ahead, have fun.
So you're just going to lay down and call it good?
I'm done. Have at it.
Children scare me. They're like little people.
Well, they scare me too. That's how we came up with the questions.
Well, it's funny how I forgot the name of the comedian, but he always made this things like little kids are always like little drunk midgets because they have no filter and they will say what they have to say, even though it could be bad.
In all honesty, I love kids. They are the future of what we have in society. So as scary as I look, I make a great fucking babysitter.
What are your rates, sir?
Oh man, well that's negotiable. Negotiable. We'll talk about it.
Debates. Actually, it matters if he's wearing his makeup or not. That'll be an extra $30 per hour.
Well, we'll get the kids dressed up. We'll put makeup on them too. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
All right, thrown in Exile doing kids parties now.
We work for cheap. Bar mitzvahs, weddings, whatever. We're available.
All right, and then LA quinceañeras, Sweet 16s, we'll do it all.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you so much for your time,
absolutely.
gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, this is Groovy. We're here at the Denver frickin' Mayhem tour. Thrown in Exile. Rock on!